Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you so much for, and you can hear us, right, Victoria?
Victoria isn't here.
All right. Well,
there never was a Victoria.
Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, you can. Okay. Well, welcome everyone to another Forsaken. Appreciate everyone being here. Appreciate the players being here. Let me start off with well, I will start off with unfortunately Dan, who plays Caszeel, is going to have to step away for a bit. So Caszeel will be leaving the party temporarily today for this session. We'll have a little exit, but just a little update there. But he plans to come back as soon as his schedule allows. Yeah, a little summary of last week's episode. With Mayor Dempsey's office several floors above them and the artifact in hand, our adventurers head forth from the tower, where they run into a familiar face with a dangerous proposal. Afterwards, the group decided that a retreat from Relesk is probably in their best interest, as well as the city's. As everyone scattered to prepare, Gimbal visited the engine to craft a surprise for Janelia and made a decision that changed the group dynamic, possibly forever. Caszeel, Pixarin, and Rin went back to the charity house to grab what's left of the magic sand. Pixarin had one last goodbye with Jocelyn for the time being. But Caszeel and Rin found that some of the sand was missing. Jurble took in one last stroll around the city before joining Tegan and Rhaenyra at the Bristol Inn. But as Tegan worked to keep the artifact hidden from prying eyes, a stranger found them and seemed to know more than he should. He offered information if they met him at the ceremony at midnight, which was what Relesk had for the Great One. A mysterious proposal Tegan and Rhaenyra confusedly accepted. Once there, Jurble received a confirmation that changed his immediate plans and gave him purpose for the upcoming days. Will the rest of the group join him? What dangers lie in wait, and can this John guy be trusted? Tonight on The Forsaken. All right, so where we left off, the party was at John's place of residence, which is looks to you like a cathedral, and he mentioned that you were located, I believe he said the town's name, Trindalag. If he did not, that's where it's at. Yeah, you passed through.
I'm sorry, could you say that one more time?
Trindalag.
Thank you.
If you need spelling, Trindalag. Yeah, of course. Don't give me sass, Melissa. So you pass through several cathedral-like looking rooms with stained glass windows, very bare furnishing. But he took you to a room that had all kinds of pedestals and things on shelving in the room, kind of going all around, as well as a pedestal with the artifact in it, with what he called the real artifact, the actual working one, because the one that you guys took from the tower, he said is a fake. And that's how he tracked you and found you. But I mean, according to you guys, he seems non-confrontational, just seems to be offering information. He did tell you that the mayor in Relesk is actually his sister, who is a changeling, who puts on a little ruse for the town, something that his parents kind of placed her in, and also placed John in the position that he's in. And I believe he also told you that his parents were the rulers of the Wrivalon Empire, which was on the west coast, the southwest coast of Osbergen, which is the one that a few of you know is the kingdom that was attacked and what kind of caused some of the other cities to take to the sky in defense or in escape. Jurble had a kind of revealed what he's about last week towards the end of the session. And I think John gave you some information about the Torchlight Committee, even though he's not. Well, no, he mentioned them, but he's not. He did say that he isn't a part of the Torchlight Committee, or the Shiga, which he said is kind of like their opposition. So, I think John just got some tea for you. He comes into, he has a tray of tea for everyone. Which he and Stephanie needs to bring up her things here, which he says is blue leaf tea, which will help you, has kind of relaxing properties to it.
How relaxing exactly?
It just kind of, it's just tea, man. It's not gonna. You're not going to fall asleep. I mean, some people might drink it.
I'm very interested. And I'll take a drink.
Yeah. You take a drink of it. It's a little bitter, but slightly sweet with a minty aftertaste.
This is very, very, very good. Thank you.
And you do feel a little relaxed. You're not sure if it's because of the tea or because it's just like a warm drink, but
after he sees Rodarius doubt it, make sure Rodarius doesn't like keel over, Jurble will just sniff it. Does he notice anything when he sniffs it?
I'll make a perception check. Jurble?
Okay, I can do this. 19.
19. It smells a little minty.
I'll just like down it like a shot. Just
all right. So
Egan will not drink the tea.
He'll kind of sit it on like a little end table, and after he kind of stands there with it for a bit, he'll sit it down the end table with and there's enough cups for everyone, maybe even a couple of extra. I'll say Caszeel will grab a tea and take a few sips. So I got you. I don't really. You guys seem fine and all, but I don't really let people stay here because of. And he kind of motions around the room to all of the stuff in it. I got you some rooms at the inn here in Trindalag. So
we're not going back.
Well, I keep rooms here. If you want to visit the town, you can go back if you want to Relesk. They are having a festival here tomorrow. Nothing big. It's a very, very small town. It is chilly, but if you wanted to see part of Victa, which is the continent on your. Did I mention that you're not on Osbergen anymore? The portal.
Not really.
Well,
we know the city
to
we're in. Victa?
Victa's the continent. It's across the shore. In fact, if you go outside if it's a nice clear day, you can see the Wrivalon Empire across the sea. Kind of
Could
the
I make
reason why
like a knowledge check of some sort?
Sure. What are you trying to remember or trying to know more about?
Where Victa is in Osbergen.
Make a knowledge. Yeah, make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Can Jurble make that too?
Sure, absolutely.
Nope, I know jack squat.
What did you roll?
Intelligence.
Intelligence, just straight intelligence. I have a +1 in intelligence. Come on.
Look at you.
Oh, that was so close to a natural 20. It's a 9.
Wow. Silver is making one as well. Silver, you've heard of Victa before. You do know it's a continent. You do know it's one of the neighboring continents to Osbergen. Yeah. It's chilly outside. If you go outside here, it's a quaint town. Might give you the very nice hot springs. They have some natural outdoor hot springs here that just are really good with the cool air. Or I can, we can open the portal and you can step back to Relesk. But, well, we'd have to either do so before sunrise, before people move around, or, you stay here for a day and we can do it tomorrow night. And you would, by now, it's probably 1:30 a.m. because you guys met him at midnight.
I vote to stay here. I want to distance myself from Adrian and the rest.
Why?
I don't want to put them in any danger. We have a habit of drawing attention to ourselves.
But it wasn't the danger because we stole the artifact, and he doesn't seem very upset about it.
There's more we've done than steal an artifact at this point. I'm sure there's more than just one councilman looking for us.
Yeah, we do have the High Council member looking. Well, he confronted us, but
and is John still sitting here as we're talking?
Yeah, John's here. Yeah,
okay.
John's in the room.
Yeah. So we don't want to talk about it too much.
Do you guys have any questions for me?
Either way.
You said that you were looking for capable people to hunt down the bugbear, or was there more you had in mind?
Look, I've had this thing, and he motions towards the artifact he has under glass on the pedestal. I've had this thing for a while. I have been kind of seesawing on what to do with it. Part of me wants to go back, and even if there are, things that could go wrong, wants to go back to save the town. Screw my parents. They weren't the best. They were fine. I'm not saying I don't like, there were good parts to them. Anyways, but they didn't deserve what happened to them because of the bugbear. But I guess if I shouldn't or don't want to take that chance, I would like to find, capable people to possibly, and you can have the artifact, you can have it if you help me, or I don't know how much help I can be, but I want this bugbear, and he kind of glances at Jurble. I want this bugbear to suffer. And because he was in the room he was out of the room. He was getting tea.
He was getting the tea.
Sorry. Okay, I'm glad I thought about that. I want this bugbear to suffer, and no one deserved what happened. And he's still out there. He's still...
Do you know why the bugbear attacked your empire? Specifically?
Well, I think that it was an easy way for him to get over from his continent. I think...
Which continent is that?
He came over from Aborn, which is west of here.
Okay. How do you spell that?
Auboron.
Say that again.
Auboron.
Auburn. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And
I'm assuming that's where Jurble
it's-
came from too, right? They're just naturally, just assuming.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Backstory.
Make an intelligence check for me, Jurble.
2 intelligence checks in a row. That's 4.
Okay, cool beans.
It's the tea.
Yes,
It's the
it's the
tea.
tea. It's so relaxing. You just don't even know. So I think it was just, I mean, what will he say? It's Alboran's just right off the coast from where the Wrivalon Empire is in Osbergen. So I think he was just, I think it was an easy gateway onto the continent. And unfortunately, my parents fell for his ruse of wanting to work together as kingdoms, and my parents thought that they were be the kingdom to kind of, I mean, our relations with Alboran have been rough at best for years, but they thought it would be a turning point. He was very persuasive and very conniving, and he placed people in the right places in the city so that when he snapped his fingers, it wasn't easy. I mean, it wasn't hard for them to just topple everything.
So he's not your average
You
bugbear.
Does any of this sound familiar to you? I mean, I'm not saying that bugbears are all, but I do know that a lot of bugbears come from that continent.
I
You
know of
do.
him. And if it is within my power, he will die.
Glad to hear it. So, as you can see, I'm not the only one that wants him dead. And he kind of looks around at the rest of you.
I mean, I don't know the dude, but I'm willing to help my friends. I don't know you, so I don't really care about what you want to do. But I do have a question.
Sure.
So, what would have happened if you and your sister hadn't have, plotted this whole cool ninja type thing out and pretended? Because I have to admit, that was pretty good. What would have happened to the city? Like, who would have been in charge,
Well, my sister has been in charge for a while. I mean,
okay, but she's pretending to be in charge.
Yes.
So who would have actually been in charge if she wasn't pretending to be in charge?
I don't know. I mean, the mayor died. We took advantage of that. My parents did, and she did, and I did, and
Why that city?
my parents were fond of it. They helped found the city, the old Relesk, and then helped fund the beginning of this one. So it was kind of a family obligation.
What was wrong with the old Relesk?
People got sick. Something came through. We still don't really know what it was.
Came through what?
Came through the city and killed several. And the people are just, I mean, as you see, they've bought into this great one thing. They're very superstitious, and which is why they don't really, I mean, my sister encourages it, but they don't really talk about bad things, as they believe talking about it will bring it to fruition or bring it to their door. So they don't. And So when all of that happened and people were dying and they thought, well, this city's cursed, and they decided, you know, as a city to leave. There were less citizens then, less townspeople, city people, but yeah, it was almost unanimous. And I think the ones who didn't move.
Do the people donate to
the new city?
No, sorry, I was letting you finish your statement.
Oh, I'm done.
Okay. Do people give to the Great One your offering every night in hopes of keeping that plague away, or is that not? Is the offering more just a we appreciate you for helping us run this city? Here's an offering.
Maybe both. The way I understand it's because the city's doing so well, but I think that originally their allegiance to the Great One probably started with wanting to keep the plague away. Sure, who wouldn't?
So what are you, is there a way you're keeping that out, or what will happen if it comes again?
I haven't heard anything about it. It's always been a weird idea to me. I mean, of course, we weren't in the. I mean, I had a friend in the old city that I would visit sometimes, but who died. But it almost seemed unnatural because I mean, I haven't. No, nothing has hit this city as far as I know. I haven't heard of any strange illness going through other cities. It felt almost targeted. I mean, there's not before, of course, New Relesk, there wasn't a lot of there wasn't a lot of towns around Old Relesk, and there still isn't. I think because people are just kind of scared to build around it. It's not too far from here, but yeah, I don't know
Gotcha.
where it came from or where it went to. As you guys are kind of talking and thinking, some couple of cats kind of run through the room, chasing each other.
So where is this? Do you know where this Corbin is now?
Or who is?
Corbin.
Oh, right, Gorbin. I mean, he's still there on the. I mean, as far as I know, he's still there on the western coast. That's where his southwest coast. That's where. I don't think that he's. I mean, he's strayed a little bit farther into the peninsula, but I don't know if he stayed with his troops or. I mean, if you look across there, all you see is smoke, and even though I can travel pretty easily, I'm a little afraid to. I haven't went back.
So he's sort of still laying siege to Rivlin.
Still laying siege, and from what I've heard from being in other cities like Fairweather, and a couple of times I've stopped at a couple of the smaller towns a little bit into the peninsula, that troops are moving in closer.
So Fairweather could be next.
Well, they'd have to hit a couple of smaller towns since then. I believe Jaka's already fell. I believe Jaka's already been taken, which is a smaller town. There are a few smaller towns along that peninsula, but the next larger city would be Bornheim, which, from what I've heard, they're having their own issues. I stopped in at one time and to speak to the queen about my parents, and yeah.
She we happened to meet the queen there. She didn't
Oh,
seem to be.
Lady Anselm.
Yes, she. I don't know.
She's in pain. She lost her husband, and since then she's, I don't know. Sorry, go ahead, Frank.
She seems to have latched on to this idea of human sacrifices.
That was for the old god, for the great one, the actual
great
one,
one, yeah.
the old one. That was part of worshiping and part of. It's a very old religion, but from what I understand, and it's only in certain parts of the world that they believed in sacrificing to with blood to obtain something good, to obtain favor. So
Was the Wrivalon Empire, are they supposed to have a floating city as well?
yes, they were. Things were in effect to have that happen. I didn't really agree with it, but as I said, my parents weren't the most agreeable. But yes, they were in the way of preparing. Everything was set, and then the coup happened with the bugbear.
You said that you don't side with Torchlight Committee or the Shiga.
I didn't say that I didn't. Well, I mean, I guess you could say yes, I don't side with them, but it's not that I don't. I just don't like choosing sides, because I feel like even the best intentions have an underbelly. If that makes any sense. And
What about your parents?
what about them?
Were they afraid of picking sides?
I never said I was afraid. I just don't like doing it. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that they were on the side of either. Maybe it's a family trait.
Does he tell the truth, Jurble?
Yeah, roll an insight check, sure.
22.
And I saw yours, Silver. Jurble, you would be able to tell that, yeah, I mean, he seems to be honest.
I just got distracted by the kikier.
You did, yeah. Another one kind of runs through and kind of stops and looks at you, Pixrin, and
My peaky dove, you're so cute.
make an animal handling check, please.
This is how Pixar dies.
Yep.
10.
Yeah, I mean it allows you to pick it up. It's a lovely kind of long furred gray cat. A lot of the cats you've seen run around seem like to be just different types and different colors. It allows you to pick it up. It doesn't seem like it's all about it, but it allows it. It has that kind of like wide-eyed look to it of like, yeah.
feel like I need to grab like a stuffed animal or something. I'm just like, Daddy was like, squishy. How many cats do you have?
Oh, I've kind of lost count. I
Where-
put out food bowls. That one right there is Oliver.
Oh, God, where's your phone?
Well, where do you get? So there's.
That
The
cat is
cat's
noisy.
cat's making weird noises. I didn't know.
Oh,
Strange.
Is your cat sick? Oh wait.
Oh, what?
I hear.
Hello?
Ah, who? What?
Cazeel's
Fall
like,
over
did
there.
you guys just hear? No.
That-
Okay.
No, it could have been. No.
You're just hearing things. So you just get them from all over, and they just come like.
Yeah, if I travel somewhere, and Jay said I do a lot of traveling. If I travel somewhere and there's a cat, I just bamf it back here and take care of it. Well, I mean, if it's not taken, I try not, I mean, I might be stealing cats. I don't know, but yeah, I've probably stolen a couple, but they were just so cute, you know?
Yep. I'm gonna give the one that's in my arms, I'm gonna go boop with my nose to the cat's nose. Please don't say it scratches my eyes out.
No, it kind of does the whole like back, like it kind of like, its head kind of goes back a bit, but yeah, it doesn't scratch. It just has wide eyes and just kind of like, its ears kind of like.
And that's how Pixrin became Nick Fury.
All right, I'll put you down. There you go.
It
Fluffy,
runs. It's
fluffy.
like. So anything else that I can maybe answer?
Why are you so forthright with us?
Look, you were smart enough to figure out that you knew about the time travel thing. You snuck in, you got it. It would have worked except for a couple of things. It was you guys. I kind of have I like to think that I. Okay, never mind. I like to think that I read people pretty well. And you seem okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired of not saying stuff. You guys look like you've had a rough time.
It's been a day.
Day and a half.
And I know that
Right.
my sister wasn't,
Ooh, can I ask how old is your sister?
Oh, she's 16.
How long did you say she was running the city?
Oh, it's been a couple of years. Do you have a question about?
I have a question about Ale. Where is it and how much do you have?
Actually, I take that back. I take going back, it's been probably a little over a year, around a year since she's been in her position. Ale, well, that's a good. I mean, I have tea. I might be able to find some wine somewhere.
Perhaps we should. You said there was an inn in town.
Yes, very quaint little place. While I was getting tea, I actually have a sending stone, in case I get, I bring anyone here and they know that I don't, anyways, I'm on good terms with the town. So I let them know that they might have some visitors. So yeah, I mean, it's just right down this, off the hill here down the street. Super easy to find. But before you go, actually, I have listen, I know that a lot of your difficult day has to do with me or my sister or the predicament. And you guys thought that you were getting a time thing, and thought you were clever in getting it and didn't quite work out. So I understand that's kind of our fault. But I actually just wait right here. I'll be right back. And he'll head out of the room.
Deacon,
Yes.
I want to hit him. Can I hit him?
No.
Why not?
We're a long way from where we want to be, and he's the only way to get back.
Don't.
I think we should go to the inn, discuss our options, and then come back in the morning. Let them know what we want to do. But I'll look around. It's like anybody knowledge of geography. We are a long way from where we were.
I would like to sleep.
Fair.
Sleep is good.
He doesn't seem like he wants to trick us or trap us, so.
Really? Considering that long con that they're doing? I mean, come on. It was pretty good.
Well, come to think of it, they have been conning that city for over a year.
But all that
They've been
he's
controlling the city for over a year.
well,
It's easy to con people when you're in control.
yeah, well, that especially if you take the form of the mayor that died. But it seems to make sense in that he had the fake artifact, and I mean, he didn't care that we stole it. Really, he was more impressed than anything. So why?
It's kind of a recruitment technique.
Why feed us
Yeah.
the breadcrumbs about the city falling and everything, and just they want us for something. Clearly.
I'd say revenge is a great motivator in some.
It's about this time John comes back in the room with a kind of a medium-sized box, and hands it to you, Tegan. Here,
Oh.
I get stuff here and there. You guys can have that. Consider it the first payment, goodwill.
Jurble will walk over and look at the box.
Okay, make a perception check, Jurble. And anyone else who wants to look in the box.
What's in the box?
It's
Oh my
shimmering sand.
5.
10 pounds of glitter.
A cat jumps and drips that.
Well, if we go, we all go. I will open the box.
Oh well, it's not closed. It's open.
Oh, okay.
But if you're kind of looking in,
You open a fake box.
Jurble, you get distracted by. That'd be great. Jurble, you get distracted by a cat. Renarius, just from the top, you see looks like maybe a couple of potion bottles, and a sword, like a short sword. Maybe a little bit of fabric that might be clothing or something. But the box is filled.
I rolled a 23.
Oh, Pixtrin, you looking in can see you're able to kind of you kind of walk around the box to take a look at it, and you see it looks like chainmail, a couple of potions, like a bottle of something else, like a wand, a short sword. You think this seems like boots, and some like metal bracers.
I'm gonna snatch the bracers.
Okay, you put your hand in and bring out the bracers. They
Tegan
are
closes the box.
There was no lid.
There
Yeah.
was no lid.
There's
Damn.
no lid.
Damn, I would have snapped that shut.
metal bracers for your shins, and they it has some very intricate designs in them. Make if you did you want to try to identify? You can either make an investigation check or like an arcana check.
Hey, Caszeel, could
Or not
The thing-
you tell
identify
us
it,
what
but like
what
Well,
this stuff is?
The thing is, I don't have a pearl yet,
Oh, okay.
Does.
so I want to
Okay.
make sure that I have the
Oh, sure, that's
the
fine.
mats for it first.
That's fine.
Cazeel's
Yeah,
standing right there
they look like nice
Caszeel.
bracers. So
with ample spell slots.
Yes, and it can ritually cast that.
Caszeel seems
Caszeel.
distracted.
Zeal, the one with all the items.
Caszeel seems very distracted. He's just kind of like standing on the other side of the room, just kind of looking at one of the shelves with some items on it.
Where? Thank you.
I see the
Sure.
chain.
Where is this inn that you?
Oh, just head out. If you head out the church doors here, and he'll start kind of guiding you down to the main entrance of the church, which you go down like this, like very like wide staircase with this huge, slightly cracked, maybe with a little piece out of it, this huge stained glass window that is just gigantic. And the moonlight is kind of casting these, kind of darker jewel tones throughout this huge space as you get on the steps and go towards this like double door entrance. This was clearly a sanctuary at some point. There are some pews kind of pushed to the side, but you have some growth, some grass kind of growing in, maybe like a tree kind of in the corner. This part isn't furnished and doesn't seem to be like he's made this as a living space, but more as just a traversing from like getting inside the building to the space where he stays, which is upstairs. And as you kind of walk through this kind of large area, a few kind of birds kind of shift and fly from one area to another up towards the ceiling. And he pushes open. He seems to have a little trouble with it, like it's kind of stuck, but kind of pushes open, one of the double doors, very tall wood. And as you peer out, you see kind of like a path, and again the moonlight is shining, so you can see this path kind of going down towards a town. Not very well lit, but you can, from the moonlight, you can see that there are a few like little places, but there is one that has looks like maybe like a swinging sign with some lit up windows. Looks to be one of the only buildings in this kind of like road with a bunch of houses and buildings. And there's snow on the ground. As you step outside, it's very, you felt chilly up at where you were talking with John, but it is cold. It's cold. In fact, a little kind of like almost like a breeze of snowflakes. You can feel that kind of wind kind of hit when he opens that door. Clear sky with stars. And John is, if you go down this path, and just the one with the lights on is the one you want to go to. It's just called the Inn. They don't have a lot of visitors here. So
before we leave, I'm just going to think out loud. How this box is to hold all this stuff. It's got to be a little big, right?
Yeah, larger side of medium, but it's carryable.
How many? As I look to the group, I'd say I would rather just spread this out amongst ourselves and not be carrying a box around that says, "Hello, hit me over the head and take the box."
Could you tell us what any of this might be?
Yeah, I put some chainmail in there for you, a couple of potions, some oil of etherealness, I think is what it is, a wand, sword, short sword, boots, bracers.
You're going too fast.
Do any of you have identify? He's asking.
Looks at the dejected bard 10 feet away.
I know Caszeel does.
Caszeel coming up behind, it kind of like is trailing behind you. He was kind of momentarily kind of caught looking, up at the cathedral ceiling, and he just seems very distant. And he kind of comes up to the group and catches up with the group. Yeah, I can identify some of it for you.
That would be greatly appreciated.
You
Ooh,
want to
how
know to
about
do it?
these? She'll clack them together.
Yeah, I can. I mean, are we doing this now? Just right here out in the cold?
Yes.
Oh.
Jurble's
Here, now, in
Yes.
front of everyone else?
Gerbil does not give a fuck.
All right,
Gerbil's
so
like he is like eyeing Caszeel hard.
so he'll take the bracers and kind of look at them for a minute. These are bracers of defense, and I will send you a link for that, Melissa. If I can find you in here. You have anything else?
Just start handing him things.
Chainmail and the sword.
Did you say there was
Come
a
on,
robe in
Tegan.
there?
No
There's a
robe.
wand.
No, I don't.
There's a wand.
And there's a wand. What else do you want me to identify?
How about this wand?
Okay, he'll take the wand and take it out. The wand, as he takes it out of the box, is very interesting looking. It's gold, probably about like 1.5 feet long. It has different gemstones kind of going up the handle, and as it gets towards the end of the wand, the gemstones are kind of like jutting out on some smaller golden rods. And he takes a look at it. Oh, this is a wand of wonder. And I will send that.
Gimble's gone.
I will put that in chat to everyone, since no one.
Would anyone mind if I took this?
Ooh. It looks like Christmas.
Gerbil takes.
It does, doesn't it? John says. Yeah.
What is Christmas?
And that's a Mossvale holiday that we celebrate. Maybe
Well,
it's
no,
here too.
They do it in different. Yeah, they do it in
Oh.
other places. Victa, they celebrate a holiday that's. I know Christmas, but
time of bugbear.
I think there's
days.
different holidays that are
Different
very
names
similar.
for it, maybe.
Yeah.
I should sell you some bugbear carols.
Caszeel is like, is there anything else that you need?
Oh, sword.
All right. He takes the sword. And as you pull the sword out of the box, it has very dark looking, very dark metal. It's not black like the sand metal that you and Gimbal crafted. But the blade of the short sword goes up almost like pincers at the top. It splits, and he says, "Oh, this is a sword of life stilling."
Stealing or stilling?
Stilling.
Cleared it up.
Caszeel talking.
Yeah, cleared it up for me.
So what?
It's stilling. Yeah.
The sword of what?
Sword of life stilling.
Ooh.
Oh.
Now the chainmail.
I can do one more thing, but that's
Wait,
all
what
the
else is
spell
there?
slots I have.
Chainmail and a bunch of potions.
There are
right?
two potions, and like a bottle of some kind, like that looks kind of like a potion, but not like your typical like health potions or anything. And even the potions that are in there look strange. They don't look like health potions you've seen. And then there's still boots left and the chainmail.
Right,
Boots or
let's do-
chainmail?
Let's do the, well, oh, he's only got one left? Oh,
He only has one left.
I only have so many spell slots.
okay.
Excuses.
Well, we
Kind
can,
of gives you a glare, Jurble.
Let's do the boots, and then after his rest, he can do the chainmail.
No, if he's there.
Work for us, Caszeel.
I was just imagining the meme.
Uh,
Everything.
He pulls the
Identify
boots out of the box,
everything.
and the boots are green with some kind of goldish, orangish yellow, goldish embroidery, with these kind of leather straps around the top. Most of them, and
Tell me more.
these are the boots of speed. I put that in it?
Speed,
Yeah.
got it.
I
Rand, do
would
you
take
want
those if
those?
nobody. I would take those if nobody wants them. I do like green.
Oh, you are.
So-
Oh, that's the
So
winning factor.
can I change? Who wants these bracers?
We don't have to do this. Well,
I mean, you have to
Jurble.
have no arm.
All right. Wait, what?
What
What is
armor?
Well, John
figure it
speaks
out.
up. I'm gonna head on up to get some sleep. You guys get some rest. The inn is there for you. You have Stephanie. I know you wrote this down. Yes, you did. You have Knock, who will be manning the desk. Fine fella. But yeah, feel free to come by tomorrow. So there's a little festival going on this weekend that should be starting tomorrow here in town. There's hot springs, but whenever you guys are ready to go back or go anywhere or just stop in, I'll try to be here more over tomorrow than I usually am. Usually I'm in and out, but I'll be around for you guys.
Thank you for your kindness.
Good night. Bundle up. If you need any warm clothes, there's a shop in town. Not open right now, but be open tomorrow. Night.
As he walks in, I'm gonna say, can I speak to you real quick, guys? I'll catch up with you in a second.
Sure. Yeah. And he'll kind of like slow down his walk towards the stairs to go upstairs, and just kind of pause on the steps once he gets away from the group.
Did you say your portal could go anywhere?
I have teleport. I'm a traveler. I have spells. I travel to different places via circles, teleport. I don't need the fancy portal, but yeah, I mean, I can take you where you need to go.
Could I ask just a small favor of if you could let me visit my home village real quick? Nothing fancy. I don't want to drop into the middle of it. I just want on the outskirts. I just want to check on something.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Where are you from?
Do you? I gotta remember the name. Of course I know it.
I have to know of the place to.
Of course. Do you know of Mossvale? It's a small gnome village in the Woodwick Forest.
Where is it located? Is it near any other cities or towns?
It would be. It's probably like a day and a half travel south from Fairweather. I think, if I'm remembering what you told me about Fairweather a long time ago.
If I can just try and think of Fairweather and try to go, but it'll kind of might throw off probability a bit, but I think that I could get you on the outskirts of the town. Sure.
That's fine. And if we're too far out, that's okay too. It's just to try.
The fair warning is that I can really without proper rest, I can only cast a spell a couple of times a day. So we would either.
How long is your window? How long can you keep it open?
Well, I have to have a rest in between. Well, keeping it open.
I really just want to run in, see something, and get out.
Good question, sir. Good question. Fine question, in fact. Where's my dice? I'm gonna roll this dice, this D20 I have. It's like yeah, I could keep it open for probably like maybe 10 minutes.
We can make that work.
Okay.
And if
mean,
I don't think I can do it in 10 minutes, I'll just scrap it.
Okay, I can try to keep it open longer. It might be longer. It all depends on how I'm
That's
feeling, the magical field in the area.
that's
yeah.
okay. I understand. I'm asking. It's just a favor, so I'm not expecting perfection.
So when are you wanting to go?
Now would be great if that's possible, but if not,
Oh,
it can be another time.
yeah, we can go. Yeah, that's fine. And in fact, that would give me plenty of time to rest. And yeah,
Thank you.
all right. Are you wanting to tell your friends that you're leaving, or?
I told him I'll catch him later.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So, are the rest of you kind of getting your stuff together and back to the other group? What are you doing? They're in the doorway still.
Going
The
to
cold
the
wind blowing against you.
Yeah, heading to the end, I think. I
Okay.
agree with Renarius.
All right. Okay, so as you guys, walk to the inn again, it's cold, so you're definitely not used to this from Relesk weather or from Osbergen weather in general. So, you don't have that far to walk, so I won't make you make a Constitution saving throw or anything. Ren, after John kind of looks and the group kind of starts walking towards the end. And I would say closes the door behind them to the church, to the cathedral. He will kind of hold out his hands for yours, Ren.
I'll
It
take him.
helps. Okay, thank you. And he closes his eyes and kind of bows his head, and Rin, if you're looking at him, like you kind of see it close, and you kind of see your own clothes kind of start to float a bit, and feel this very strong presence of magic, and almost like it's swirling around you. And now I get to make a roll. And nope, that's not it. Okay. All right. So yeah, you feel this magic kind of swirling around you, Ren, and swirling around the both of you. And make a Constitution saving throw for me, Ren.
Sounds great. Saves Constitution.
Okay.
17.
You feel a little, all of a sudden you feel kind of this push and pull of your body, and kind of your stomach kind of go up a bit in your body and then kind of go back down, but you just feel just a tad bit nausea, but nothing really that's bowling you over. And then stillness. You open your eyes, or did you have them open the entire time?
I probably would have closed them at some point.
Okay. You open your eyes, you open them to a green, lush area, trees. You suddenly hear kind of course it is nighttime, Stephanie, so it is dark. There is moonlight. You say you hear birds chirping, the sun is shining. It's suddenly a week from now. Surprise!
This went horribly wrong.
John's like, well, that's never happened before. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, you open your eyes and it is still a slight chill, but nothing like the chill that you were feeling even inside the cathedral. And you kind of see like the moonlight hitting the trees and that kind of like almost blue ethereal glow that you get when the moonlight hits kind of like the greens of the trees and the grass. And yeah, and you would make an intelligence check for me.
Just straight intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Great, because I'm really good. Oh, 17. That's actually really good.
Okay. Yeah, you would
Not very
recognize
smart.
this as, it looks about like the same kind of with your background. Looks
Yeah.
about the same kind of like plants and vegetation that you would recognize as close to your home.
But does it look familiar enough to where I would have an inclination of how far I am away from it or near the village?
Make a survival check for me.
Because I don't want to run away and then be like
No, for sure.
super far away. 17. Wow, 17's all over the board.
Yeah, you would recognize it. Sorry, I was just realizing I made a mistake, but it's okay. You would recognize this as you're kind of looking around. You take a few steps in a couple of different directions. You recognize this as maybe a half mile from Mossbell.
Okay.
And John kind of looks down. He's like, "Oh shit, I didn't do the portal. It's okay. I think I have enough in me for another transport. So go do your thing. I'll just wait here. Are there any like things should I go with you? Are there any?
If you stay here, I'll know where you are and I can come back.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
Should I be aware of anything? Are there like?
No, it's not super dangerous, right?
Okay.
It's not super dangerous. I'm guessing not.
No, I mean, you know that. You know that there are like.
If you want, you can follow me, and I'll tell you where to stay when I would
prefer that.
That
John
sounds great.
says.
Let's do
and
that.
So yeah.
Then I'll lead him towards the village, but probably about on the outskirts where nobody would notice us. I'll say, okay, stay here. Tell him to stay there. And then my goal is I'm wanting to sneak up to my family's house and try and I want to specifically what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to sneak up and peer through my sister's window to see if she's there and if she is kind of get a feel of if everything is fine and normal. I'm not wanting to talk with her or anything. I'm trying to get in, get out without anybody noticing I've come in.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you make a stealth check for me. As you walk towards Mossville and you kind of tell John where to stand, where to stay, where you'll know where he's at, and you pretty much know he'll be safe there.
Yeah.
I mean, there are wolves and stuff in the area, but they don't usually come too close to the village. Yeah. As you walk
another 17.
Look at you, my goodness. Yeah, as you walk towards the village, it's peaceful. I mean, it's very familiar. I mean, I'm guessing you probably had been out late a few times in your life, here in the village, like hunting or going out, camping. Everything looks fine. Everything looks serene. Not a lot of lights coming from windows. It seems like per usual everyone's probably asleep. There are a few windows that are lit up. You sneak up to your as you get closer to your parents' house, you start getting quieter and quieter and kind of sneak in, and you're going straight for your sister's window.
Yeah, I'm not wanting to go. Yeah, I'm not wanting to go into the house at all. I'm just trying to get to the window to see.
Yeah, you sneak up to your sister's window and it is dark. You do see a little bit of candlelight on maybe like a nightstand by a bed, and in the bed you see a familiar form, which would be your sister.
And she's asleep, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll quickly, relatively, if it's, I'll try and check the other windows just to make sure everybody else is there and fine and normal, and see if anything seems out of place.
Make an investigation check for me.
Oh, I'm not good at investigation. 11.
Okay. You go over to the other windows in the house where that the windows lead to bedrooms. no candlelights in the other room, so it's a little hard to see in through the windows. As you get to one of the windows that you know leads to your parents' room, make another survival check for me, Ren.
Survival. 19.
You see that as you kind of step up to the window and you look in, you notice that that the dirt has been, it seems like someone has been standing here before.
Okay.
That someone's been standing in the very same place. You see maybe a couple of sets of footprints. It's hard. I mean, it looks about, it's hard to tell if it's two different things standing there or if it's that has been like jostling about there or if it's the same thing and just it has been standing in different positions. It looks about like the same shoe size.
As me? Like as a gnome?
No,
or
not
as
as
human.
Human.
Like okay.
Like humanoid, yes.
Yeah. Bigger than gnomes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And okay. So with that, then I'm gonna go back to my sister's window. I'm not looking in, but I'm going to take. Did the little squirrel outfits, any of them have buttons on them?
Yeah, you were able to find a couple buttons on the outfits.
Okay, I'm gonna cut off a couple of the buttons.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave them on her windowsill and put the acorn next to the buttons.
Your squirrel kind of, chips in protest of you destroying the outfits that
it's not the one he's wearing.
I mean, but still, no, they know. Yeah. And so you take the buttons off.
It's okay. You're in the best one already. Don't worry about it.
See it kind of like throw its head and go back into your pack.
So I'll leave those there. And then I'll go back to I'll sneak back to John.
Okay. Oh, everything okay?
Yep, that was all I needed. Thank you very much.
All right.
Do you want to teleport here, or should we move further out from the city?
No. It doesn't. As long as I know where I'm going, this will be easy. So he does kind of the same thing he did before, and
Welcome to Mossville. This is home. So
it's very quaint, very nice.
Yeah.
Quiet is good. And he will zap you back. Make another Constitution saving throw for me.
Oof! I puke my guts out.
Yeah, as you kind of arrive back into the cathedral, you immediately feel that rise in your stomach, on your chest, and kind of in your throat, and yeah, it's out. Although you really, I don't know when was the last time that you guys ate. So it's not.
No,
really
we
them.
ate before. I guess
they were.
They
were eating when they met
lunch.
John.
When we met
Oh,
John,
that's right.
But we came at night, so it'd been a while, probably. I guess.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm
sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. The cats will get it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Sounds great.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow, probably.
Yes. Thank you again. Thank you again.
Yeah. No problem.
And then I'll head towards the end.
Okay.
He steals cats and feeds them barf.
It happens. Yeah. So the rest of you, while that was happening, headed down the. There's a little decline from the cathedral down into the rest of the town. There's some space between the cathedral and where the buildings began, but it's very small. You could even tell this at nighttime. And as you approach this little kind of house, 2-story, double doors, but it has that kind of, it looks like a large house, but it has that hanging sign that as you get closer, you can barely read out that it says inn. But it is like the only building in the village that has lights on inside, or candles in the windows. So you head inside, and very basic interior, but there's this kind of like oak desk that you see this what you would assume would be a half-orc standing behind it. Dark hair, black hair, kind of short cropped, but he's dressed very warmly in leathers and fur. Oh, you must be John's friends.
Indeed.
Welcome. It's your first time in Trindalag?
I'll look around. Yes, for me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
As we're wearing like spring clothes.
Gotcha. Wait a minute. Sent you a message in Zoom, Andrew. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are wearing spring clothes, so you kind of I can tell it's not much. Okay, all right.
Are you still serving dinner or meals?
Oh, we have some bread. I mean, if you're hungry, we have some bread and some cheese and
Well, anything you have, and I'll look around for a table that'll accommodate us.
yeah, as you make a perception check, Tegan.
Is there anything on the walls, like any maps?
Yeah,
Portraits?
there's a map of the town, and I would say there'd probably be maybe a map of Victa too. It's not too filled in.
Is the map of Victa the map of the snowy continent I found in Bornheim? All those.
Do you get it out and
sessions
compare?
Yeah. After we
Okay.
sit down, I'll.
All right. Well, the maps would be in the things hanging up are in a different room. The tables and like, the
I'll
half-orc
get
will
up and
kind
look.
of. I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. The half-orc will come around the desk and kind of motion towards a separate room that has about 6 tables. And you can kind of see that it kind of conjoins with the front desk area, but like the front desk area that's in the other room has a window into that room, but there's also like another kind of like another desk in the serving place as well as kind of that's kind of like a bar. There, yeah. Go ahead and take a seat, and I'll get some bread and cheese for you.
Thank you.
You have breakfast here in the morning. He'll kind of wipe his hand on his trousers. I'm knock and kind of hold it out for someone to shake if they want.
Tegan will shake his hand.
Very, very firm grip. He's very tall. He's about about 7 feet, I would say. I'll go and let them know that that you need that. Please find a table. And he'll kind of like scurry over towards like the bar area where you see a female half-orc standing behind. So you guys sit down at an empty table.
Jurble will, if he can without causing too much of a commotion, he wants to look at the map.
Okay. Yeah, you take a look at the map, and if you take out the other map to compare, it is the same map.
I'll fold it up and go join everybody else.
All right, so you guys sit down. Knock comes back out pretty quickly with a tray of bread, also with we'll say just like a hot tea for each of you, as well as some cheese, but not a lot of cheese, only just a little bit. Here, if you need anything, when you're ready for your rooms, just come by the desk and I'll take you up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And he'll kind of go back to your desk. He'll go back to his desk, sorry. All right, what are you guys doing at the...
I am chowing down.
Yeah, I'll
Sure
help
will.
myself to bread and stuff.
Jurble will eat just a little bit of bread. He's just thinking over everything.
There it is.
Yeah,
Uh,
go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say the female half-orc that was standing behind the bar area kind of comes up. If you need anything, just let me know. Nox said you're new to town. If you need a refill on your tea or anything, I'm just right over there.
Okay. Your name?
My name is Shah.
Shah? Okay. Thank you, Shah.
You're welcome. And if you need anything, guess he said with your rooms, just let Nock know. And she'll kind of like glance over at the front desk area and kind of go back to her bar area.
I'll take a quick look around. How much privacy do we have? Is it empty? Place is empty, or
Besides your table and Nock at the front desk and Shaw at the bar, there's no one here.
Okay.
In this area.
In that case, Tegan will ask aloud. So, thoughts? Do we take him up on his offer?
I've already told you, I'm going after Corbin. But I don't want to deal with time magic. I mean, we never had any illusion of using it. We don't know how to use it. I mean, believe me, if I could go back in time, I would go back in time and stop this at the very beginning. But I don't. I mean, no offense, Caszeel, but look at his dad. He's not all there.
I know. In fact, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. I worry about him. I worry about just being like, well, we don't have it, and then him going off and trying to find it and possibly. And I understand that he's just came back into my life after being gone for a while, but I believe that he thought that he had a reason for what he did, and he seems sincere, if not a bit, dishonest, which, I mean, I've been dishonest in my time, but I don't know, I just don't want to send him off and not know what's happening to him. And I feel like, he has a connection with the Torchlight Committee, and I feel like there's more to find out there. So I think I've given it a lot of thought, and I think that I want to go back to him tomorrow and spend some time with him. I understand that puts you guys in a lurch, but when I get him settled somewhere and, and I find out some information, I'll come back and help you with whatever you're doing. But I just feel like, I just feel like family should come first in this instance.
Family with the one you hadn't talked to in most of your life until a couple days ago, but sure, yeah, family first. Yeah.
He had a reason for what he did. Or he believes so.
Yeah. My brother had a reason for what he's doing too. Maybe I should have stuck with him. Just saying.
My father didn't kill anyone. Not that I know of.
That you, yeah.
But I can't
Sip
say
my
that
tea.
I can't say that I haven't been part of violence myself.
None of us are without blood on our hands. I mean,
So what are you arguing?
I don't know. I'm just drinking tea.
Look, I don't want to fight with any of you. I just want to take care of my dad for a bit. I just want to make
Yeah.
sure he's okay.
I can respect your decision, Caszeel.
Thank you, Rhaenyra.
I don't know what it's like to be without family. Mine is alive and well, and I would want to do what's best for them.
Are you planning on taking the real artifact to him?
No, John's offered it to the group if we help him.
Right. Sorry for my mind's.
It's okay. You have a lot on your plate, and that's understandable. So,
Caszeel, you need to do what you feel is best.
I appreciate that, Tegan.
Well, the fuck he does. Guys. Kazoo, are you fucking for real? Are you serious?
I am Pixrin. I just
All that shit, all of that bullshit that we just went through, and she's just like sitting there, like just angrily eating the bits and pieces of bread that she has in her hand, and just like stink eye him, like
Nice.
all up and down.
Nice.
And she's just like so pissed because Gimble just left, and you're telling me that you want to leave.
I
And
know.
you're the
I
biggest
know.
blabbermouth of them all.
I know that you guys just lost Gimbal, but I just can't. I won't be able to live with myself if I keep going with you guys and just leave him behind. And I don't think you want him traveling with us. I mean that would be a dumpster fire.
Fair words, not mine. Do whatever you think is best for you. I'm doing whatever I think is best for me. So.
And I'm not saying you shouldn't, Jurble.
Before you, I guess I don't want to assume, but I guess you're leaving.
Can I pick your pockets?
You're leaving in the morning, Caszeel?
Yes.
Before you, well, as well get this out of the way now. I think it would be important for us to have the jars of sand that you have.
And I'll give it to you in the morning.
Why not tonight?
I'm getting my stuff together tonight. I'll give it to you in the morning. It's safe. It's in my bag.
I'll look
And
to the others.
I'm going to go and see about that room.
Don't you still have that other bracer?
I'm going to go and see about my room. If you guys want to keep asking me questions about what I have and what I don't, I'm going to go and get some rest.
On sleight of hand.
We went through a lot to get that sand. Together, we went through a lot.
I understand. I'm going to my room.
Good night, Caszeel.
Night.
All right.
We'll see you in the morning.
Caszeel leaves.
Yep.
Never mind.
I'll turn
I was,
to.
I was imagining Pixar just being dragged by her hand in his pocket.
Well, actually, I'll turn to the group. Say, I know I can get away with 4 hours of meditation. Can anyone else do the same?
I don't think bugbears meditate.
I'm not there right now.
I need sleep. It's been quite a day.
I understand. Then I intend to keep an eye on that room. Does anyone else want to join me in a watch afterwards? I'll meditate the first 4 hours, and then whoever watched the room for the first 4 can go get some rest while I watch it for the rest of the night.
I need sleep. It's been a long day. Lots to think about. Also, speaking of things to think about, I'll pull out the map. That map I found in Bornheim. It's like blood on it. That's a map from Bornheim that I found in the Queen's place, and there's blood on it. So it's a map of Victa. So just thought that was interesting. I don't know. It's just a map. But I'll leave it on the table, and I'll get up and stretch.
Maybe you can wait for Ren to get back and maybe ask him.
Wait, Ren's not here? There you go.
Oh yes, Ren. I'm sorry. I would say Ren, you come in about right now.
Jurble picks up his foot. Look under.
I'll come. I'll walk over to the table then. Hey guys,
Ah.
what have I missed?
We almost mugged Caszeel. Nothing big.
Caszeel announced that he was leaving.
Really?
He's staying with good old Pa.
Oh.
I asked him for the sand, and he did not turn it over.
Okay.
Didn't you have some of the sand?
Yeah, it's in cool art form.
Right. How many do you remember when you gathered up the sand? How many jars he had? Or
it was 4 jars altogether. I took 1. I guess I would assume maybe he has the other 3, and then whatever the rest of the sand is.
Okay.
I don't remember putting a lot of it in my bag.
I discussed with the others. I intend on not. He said we'll discuss it in the morning, but I with his sudden departure and his initial refusal to give it up right now, I don't have a good feeling about this, so I am going to watch. If someone can do a shift, I'll meditate for the first 4 hours of the night and then watch his room for the rest of the night. If somebody wants to do that. If not, I'll just stay up all night and watch the room.
I could do 4 hours. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll help you out.
All right. You have first watch, and I'll relieve you in 4 hours.
Sounds great. Have you guys already eaten something?
Then I'll point to the bread and cheese. Not much pickings, but better hopefully at breakfast.
The tea is very good.
It is very good. It has a very earthy taste to it.
That means it tastes like dirt.
Oh.
It tastes
Wow,
kind
that's
of
some
like
tea.
Just like Mama Jurble based to make.
Has a slightly
It's in
ginger
your teeth.
taste. Has a slightly ginger taste to it.
Oh, did we split up the stuff that
Oh yeah, I want those boots. If you guys don't mind.
so I mean,
I'm gonna put the bracers back, and I'm gonna take the short sword.
so look at.
We have no idea what the chainmail does, but we can
Sure.
figure that out in the morning.
Yeah. Well,
Assuming he's still here.
right. Well, I'll hold on to the chainmail unless someone else. Or should we just keep them together till we know what it is? I mean, who wants the bracers? Who wants the chainmail? And how we do? What are we doing with these potions? Or do we just leave it in the box in Tegan's room while he's watching? And just worry about it tomorrow.
Tell you what, Pixrin, you take a potion. Grenarius, you take a potion. Jurble, you take the bottle, and we'll identify them in the morning. I don't want to be hauling this box around. It's like some.
Yeah.
It's a cursed bottle, and that's how Jurble becomes a
Delivery man.
warlock.
I will say that. Let's see here. Do I have that in? Did I save it? Yeah. One of the potions almost has it looks like it has almost fog inside the bottle that almost like cloudy water that's filling up halfway of the bottle, and then some clouds fog kind of going above it in the bottle. One of the potions or the other potion, I guess, is actually red, but it seems to have like almost little beads of color inside of it. And then the other is a, I think he told you it was oil of etherealness.
Oil.
So the bottle Jurble had, that's the cloudy water with the cloud mist.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's the bottle.
I'll take the red one.
Okay. And the oil was in this kind of like clear vial with a stopper on it. Looks kind of, if I remember correctly, I think it's kind of like a silvery, shiny silvery tone to the liquid. All right.
Take that one, or whoever. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. So you guys going up to your rooms? As you go back out to the desk, you speak with Knock because he asked you to.
Yes.
Everything good?
Delicious tea.
Red
Thank you.
tea. Good. Here, I'll show you up to the rooms. And as he's kind of getting, these kind of keys with these little tags on them, and kind of hands them to you. He gives you. We only have 3 rooms. I'm sorry. It's not that big of an inn, and we have a few people staying here for the festival tomorrow. I hope you understand.
I assume Jonathan. I mean, not Jonathan. Caszeel already took one of the rooms.
Caszeel takes one room all to himself.
Your friend?
Yes.
Your friend that was in with, he left.
Would I have seen him? Would I have seen him when I was walking back
you
then?
didn't see anything.
Well,
But what if I'm
at least we still got 3
inspired?
rooms.
No. He left about 15 minutes ago. I thought he told you. Maybe he's coming back. Maybe he just went for a walk. Here, I'll show up to your rooms, and he'll take you up the stairs. And kind of point to a few rooms, 3 rooms there, right across the hall from each other, 2 beside each other, and 1 across the hall from those 2. Is there anything else I can get for you?
No,
Seems good. Thank you.
Okay. As I said, there's breakfast in the morning. Charlotte sets up a good spread, and if you need anything at all, just let me know.
Jurble will pull out 2 gold pieces. And just thank you for staying up late for us.
No problem. He'll give a quick bow. Appreciate it. Well, have a good night.
Out of character question.
Good night.
Did you say there was snow on the ground when you were explaining it?
Yes, there's snow outside.
Then before I go in my room, I want to go down to the main door. I'm assuming that's probably where he went out, even though I don't know or not. And I want to just look outside and see if I can see if there's tracks or anything that if I can see where he went.
Make a survival check for me.
I will assist.
She's following me all the time. Okay.
Okay.
What am I making? Sorry.
A survival check.
Please
For
hold
tracks?
my awesome. There it goes. It was catching up.
Can I assist him?
Come on.
Yeah,
Game.
sure.
All right.
Come on, game. My fantasy grounds is lagging terribly.
Oh, there you go.
Where's my hand? There. Did it roll? I didn't notice.
It rolled, but there it goes. 25. Nat 20.
Oh, God.
Sounds great. It's not showing on my screen, but I believe you.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, both of you are looking outside, and you're seeing footprints of several sets of footprints leading from the cathedral, down the hill from the cathedral to the inn. You see a few footprints kind of going off into the town, but they look maybe a little filled. And the snow, you saw a few blusters from when you were walking from the cathedral to the inn. It's not snowing heavily.
Yeah.
So the tracks that were left from earlier that evening are still there, and it's hard to tell if it's Cazeel's footprints or if it's someone else's footprints or your own footprints walking from the cathedral.
But I can't tell directional because obviously
you have the footprints going from the cathedral. You have footprints coming from the cathedral to the inn. You have footprints going back and forth through the town.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, it doesn't seem like we can really.
Tegan says, go back inside if you want. And Tegan will make a full sprint for the cathedral.
Okay. All right. So you run towards the cathedral, and as you do that, I
follow behind him. Running.
Okay. And as you do that, we're going to take our bio break. Thanks everyone for joining us. The DM's just going to go and lay down right now. All right. You guys are the best. If you're just joining us for the first time, we always take a bio break about halfway through, 8 to 10 minutes, so we can go and fill our water, think about our life choices, etc. So, we'll be back in about 8 to 10 minutes, and we'll see you then. Bye.
inform.
Oh, I should just let it go then. That'd have been a great thing for Dan to come back to.
Right.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you, Victoria. Yeah, so we are back from break. Thank you for hanging around. We appreciate you guys chilling and watching our shenanigans. Just a quick little retcon. I've been playing Caszeel, who unfortunately the player had to deck out the campaign for a short period with a work-related thing. So that's why he's kind of leaving the party. And we were under the understanding that he had sand on him, or more sand than what we assumed. So we're going back just a couple of minutes to when you guys, to when the group of you go and talk to Nak again, and say that you're ready. And he says, "Oh, well, your friend left, but he left these for you, and also this note." And he kind of puts 2 bottles of sand, on the counter, whatever was left that you guys didn't have with you. I think he said it's like 2 pound, or 20 together. I mean, all total, you guys have like 24 pounds or 23 pounds or something.
Are they still in Joel's Crab Shack buckets?
Yes.
Yes.
They're in the
He
jar.
left,
They're
he
in
left
they're in the
this for you,
jars.
and Nak
Yeah.
and Nak looked a little confused. But he also left this note. Does anyone take the note?
I'll take it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Too
Trying to
slow.
take it.
Too slow.
All right. Are you looking at it?
Yeah, I'll read it.
My dearest Tegan.
I didn't. Okay, got you.
Please rewrite the letter to say that.
Well, I didn't even write it down, so this is going to be kind of like not verbatim, but it basically just says, that he apologizes for having to leave so quickly, but he just felt cornered, and he's sorry for having to leave each of you, and it's easier for him to do it this way than saying goodbye again in the morning. I'll see you again, signed Caszeel.
I read that all out loud.
Okay, as long as we got the sand.
Yeah, so you guys have your sand now. Cazeel's water skin is not there, so you do know that he does have a little bit of sand. Or at least Rin would know that.
I'll convey that.
So I'll turn to Ren and say, all right, no need for the watch then. Enjoy your rest.
Thanks.
All right.
Who's bunking with the bugbear?
And I'll say to Tegan back, do you need a roommate? Seems I guess there's only 3 rooms.
I don't mind at all.
Deal.
Pixarin has a key, and she goes straight up to a room and closes the door and locks it.
I'll slap Renarius on the back and be like, guess you're with me.
All right.
All right. So everyone going to sleep for the night?
Yep.
Yes.
Is this our first rest since our last level up?
Wow.
Yeah, you guys haven't. Yeah, I mean it's been a few sessions. Yeah. So you guys, it's a restful night of sleep, as restful as it can be, kind of like in new beds and a new place, and with everything that happened the day before, and your mind's kind of swimming. But I mean, you're able to get shut-eye in, and you wake up the next morning. There's breakfast, and that there are, Nock told you that there's breakfast downstairs. It's complimentary. And if anyone goes downstairs, there's a small spread that's like kind of like open buffet style. But there is also a menu as well. But there are little like coffee canteens. There's some juice in a couple of pitchers. It's not an elaborate free feast, but it's enough to get you going. And you'll see kind of Shaw going between tables. There are a couple of other people kind of sitting at different tables here. And and you'll see Shaw kind of going between tables, refilling some stuff at the bar. Knock is kind of you'll see him kind of craning his neck, and he'll greet you as for those that come down stairs to breakfast. Oh, good morning. I'm glad that hopefully your sleep was okay.
Very. Thank you.
How much time exactly has elapsed since we went to bed? Has it been 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours?
It's been 8 hours.
Okay.
No longer than 8.
I'm gonna eat real quick and then I guess go back up to my room to rearrange some spells and maybe attune to that wand, but I don't know if we have that much time.
Everyone make perception checks for me, please. As you're down here, for those who are downstairs in the breakfast area.
Within this perception check, can I know if there's any breakfast vegetables in this buffet?
Yes, absolutely. You can, sir.
Natural 20.
All right. Okay.
I really see the vegetables.
And there are
there are some
There are mushrooms in the eggs.
It's called potatoes, Ren. Potatoes.
There are some breakfast vegetables there at the buffet. In fact, you're so taken by the breakfast vegetables, you just go right towards them and don't notice anything else in the room.
Yeah.
Jurble rolled 11, by the way.
Okay.
Perception.
We're rolling perception. If you're going down to breakfast, Pixrent, we're rolling a perception check. If you're down in the breakfast area. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Okay, so anyone with anyone with an we'll say a 12 to 18 would notice kind of out of the corner of your eye a Kenku sitting in the corner of the room. And Pixren, Rin, you're too taken with the vegetables.
Understandably.
So Pixren and Tegan, you would notice that this Kenku is kind of watching your group.
Jurble's just filling a plate of bacon or ham or whatever. And potatoes.
I'll nudge Pixren. We have an interested party checking this out.
What? She's just so busy with looking at the food and eyeing what's the Kenku in the corner too, but she's like really hungry. You see? Does anybody see that? What is that over there? Oh no! What is that over there?
Appears to be a Kenku. And he appears to be interested in us. I'll announce this to the table. If anybody's sitting at the table.
Jurble's already sitting there just eating a bunch of bacon and potatoes.
I'm just piling on
Aurelius
veggies.
is eating as fast as he can. He has a lot to do this morning.
You'll see Shaw kind of go from the buffet over to the Kenku. Do you need anything else? Do you need water, something to drink?
If I could have some water, that'd be great.
Oh, she's asking the Kenku.
Oh, I misheard that. Sorry.
The Kenku will just hum, sounding very happy.
Okay. Well, if you need anything, just let me know, okay? And then she'll go over towards you, Ren. I'm sorry. Did you say that you needed something?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize you were talking to him over there. Yes, could I get some water? That'd be great.
Okay.
Also,
yes.
do you have any more of that?
Rolls?
Oh no, we don't have any sweet rolls. I'm sorry.
Do you have any more of that delicious tea from last night?
Oh, absolutely. I can get some of that for you.
Thank you.
She kind of sidles over to you, Pixter, and it's like, I don't have any sweet rolls, but I could get some. We have these other things that are like it's bread with cream inside of it. Kind of like kind of like a flaky shell with cream inside. But would you like some of those?
Sure, I'd be willing to try it.
Okay. So she'll go and it's like a cream horn when you get it.
I'll
This
look
is
over.
so good, guys.
She'll bring the tea over.
Tigger was having coffee, by the way. Would have asked for coffee, but
Okay, yeah, she'll get some coffee for you, absolutely. And that was out, with the breakfast, with the free buffet. So
So, yeah.
I like down mine like a shot then.
Knock will come over to the table. I'm not sure if you heard, but there's a festival in town today. It's called Nachlichtje. It's to celebrate the lights in the night sky, the stars. We have it every year. Light up candles at night. There are axe throwing contests, fist fights, chainsaw carving contests. Make little beavers and animals. We also have a lot of, and he looks over to you, Ren, with mags. We also have a lot of people with wolves are common in this area. So we have a lot of people who have pets like yours, and so there's a dog howling contest to see. It's fun. But all kinds of things happening in town. As I said, it's not a large town, but we like to make folks feel welcome. Yeah, if you need any more information, just I'll be over there. You know where to find me. Kind of awkwardly go over there. Oh, he'll kind of notice the Kenku in the corner and go over and kind of give him a brief summary as well.
Do I also see any meat in the buffet as well?
I mean, there's like one little tray of like sausages, probably like one tray of bacon, but that's
I'll
it.
take
Jurble.
like 5 sausages to give to Max later.
Jurble ate all the bacon.
Eat all the bacon?
Well, he left like 3 pieces. He's not that heartless.
Wow.
Taking a look at the 3 pieces of bacon and then look at Jurble like,
Oh, let me go make some more of that for you, Shaw says, and she kind of quickly heads into the back, taking the tray with her.
thank you.
The Kenku will stand up and walk hesitantly over to the table and stand right next to Jurble and just say, "Are you going to eat that?"
Yes.
I'll offer the Kenku one of my pieces. I took the 3 remaining pieces of bacon.
Okay.
I'll offer Kenku one of the pieces of bacon.
It'll look at you confused, like,
Well, you
not.
asked.
Oh no, we lost somebody.
Zach.
Oh no, we lost that.
Those breakfast festivals were just so good. He had to go grab some.
Instead, the Kenku will just sit down
At
at
our
the
table.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
May we
Something we can do for
help?
you? Hello?
Zephyr's the name.
Tegan.
Jurble.
I don't know if you hold out your hand for
Yeah.
Kenku.
Who are you?
My name's Ranieri.
Cheeky little thing. Who are you?
Oh, I'm picturing. Nice to meet you.
Who are you?
Which one is he looking at?
He's looking at you now, Jurble. I've met everyone
Right.
else except for Ren, I guess.
Jurble.
Something smells.
What are you
Side-eye gerbil.
Hey, I took a bath.
Fairly recent.
Just like, we'll get lost.
Last month, guys. Come on. Come on. Message.
What?
Do
Message.
you have a message? For who's it for?
The party with the bugbear, the gnome, the wizard, the tiefling,
That's
and the shifty elf.
that's.
I don't think there's a lot of them around.
I'm the tiefling.
Come meet me at the field of sunflowers. It's time we talked.
Wait. What? You. Who sent you? You came from the field of sunflowers? Back in Osbergen? By Relesk? Does Jurble know what a Kenku is?
Yeah, can I
Oh,
roll
no.
intelligence on
Yeah,
what a
you
Kenku
guys
is?
make an intelligence check, why don't you?
Sure.
Okay, Renerius, you've seen a Kenku before. You've seen them in fair weather.
Dirty 20.
I mean, they're not like common in fair weather. They're not like living there, but you've seen visitors, and you've seen visitors to the college, and maybe even like a student or two who were Kenku.
Would Renarius know how they communicate or not?
Yes, you would have a fair understanding of just like that they you would have a fair understanding that they don't, and I would say Tegan, this would be for you too, and also Pixrin, that they don't have their own like Kenku language that they learn and they repeat and they adapt as they hear other people speaking. Oh.
I would like to message the Kenku,
Okay.
and I would like to say, who are you and why do you know of us? To see if it says anything differently via telepathy.
I will murder you.
Zephyr's the name. Cheeky little thing. It'll reach into its bag, shuffle around, and place a gold coin. Eye symbol.
Does it have lines going up or lines going down?
You would recognize this as it has lines going up, so it's you would recognize it as
It's the Torchlight Committee.
Torchlight Committee.
Committee.
Were you sent by the keeper? Were you sent by an elf?
Aurelius.
Aurelius?
Aurelius.
Aurelius.
Hmm?
Is that who sent you? Is the whistle a yes? Okay. Can you spell that?
You just spell it on your own.
Ah!
R.
Ah.
If you reach into his pack and pull out a piece of paper and just write Aurelius's name
Hey,
across the table.
y'all make an intelligence check.
Everyone?
Yeah. If you're listening to the Kenku and heard Aurelius
it's
make an
a 10.
intelligence check,
14.
Please hold. My dice are loading.
that's okay.
3.
You can feel free to roll
3.
for me and do whatever my -1, whatever it is.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I'll roll for.
Okay,
for
roll for
him.
him. Go for it.
I'll
So
give him
minus-
that 3.
I know my intelligence is -3.
I'll give him that 3. I'll roll again. Oh my gosh.
Are you?
Oh, here, I'm back now.
You got an
I'll do it now.
18.
Okay.
I rolled what I rolled.
Oh, maybe
Okay.
that's
That
what
makes
I
me
want.
so mad.
That's fine. We'll stick. Yeah. Wow.
Make it a
oh
17,
my god.
okay?
Boom.
Okay. So everyone except
Six-
Pixtrin, and you said you got a 3, Jurble?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone except Pixtrin and Jurble, you recognize the name Aurelius. Someone told you that he's with the in fact, well,
Was that the keeper's name?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Come on, guys. This was just like last week.
This
Maybe
was
2 weeks
This was
ago.
2 weeks ago. This was 2 weeks ago. I spelled it completely wrong. Aurelius Trinsel.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, it took a while. That's the keeper I said we should go look for and possibly take the artifact too before we found out the artifact was a fake.
Yeah, Jurble's the one that told you guys about Aurelius.
Did he ever mention the name?
Yes, he did.
I said keeper Triskel. I said the whole name.
Yeah, I remember you saying the name.
So
All right.
this works.
All right.
When did he? I'll look at the Zephyr. So when did you? How long have you been here? Did he send you, or did you take? How'd you get here?
Zephyr will reach up and pat Jurble on the head. Hang in there.
It did not help.
Tegan will take
Did
a
you
very
plan this out?
What?
Did you even plan this out?
It's just angrily he's making.
plan what out? And Tegan's going to take a very close look at the Zephyr and can get a description of what the Zephyr. I mean, obviously just a Kenku, but is he dressed? What's he wearing?
Yeah, like common clothes, dark green traveler's cloak.
No weapons on him, or
Has a very peculiar looking staff.
oh, okay, all right. So a plan for what? To ask the Kenku.
Come meet me at the field of sunflowers. It's time we talked.
Do we go now, or do we at least see some of the festival thing? It's been a look. I know time is of the essence, believe me, but I mean, I'm not in any shape to take on a whole army yet.
Fingers crossed.
Will attending a festival help us take on an army?
I don't know.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Maybe I could use some fun.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Wait, did he? You heard that, right?
There's a family that kind of walks into the restaurant with some kids.
You know, it is festival day, so
Yeah.
you're going to be in and out all day. So
I think I like this guy.
I'll turn to Jurble and ask, we know where this sunflower field is? Do you know?
I know roughly where it is. It's oh gosh. It's east of Relesk, right? Or was it west?
I don't know. What was it, Jurble?
It's not what you think.
It's between two mountains. I'll know it when I see it.
Well, that narrows it down.
I seriously, I wrote it down somewhere.
You have it marked on your map, sir.
Something smells.
Map. Don't have
Yeah, because remember you got the bag of colding and she marked it on a map.
That's right. Yes, it's I got a job. I'll pull out the map. Yes, remember I said a while ago I had to go get the sunflowers. That was, I mean, if we could still do that, it makes them gold. It'd be nice, but I've been trying to find this place for the past 4 years of my life.
Make some gold.
See, gold.
So it's back on as Bergen.
Yes, it's near Relesk.
The new Relesk, right?
Yes, where we were.
Got it.
Yes. I mean, Lashta grew up there. I mean, if we need a guide, we can always go back and talk to Lashta. But then again, we'd have that awkward. We
need a guide. We can only talk to Zephyr's his name.
Do you know where the sunflower field is, Zephyr?
I mean, I imagine that's where he talked to the keeper, because that's where I was. I was told the keeper was by the sunflower fields.
Oh,
cheeky little thing.
So, I mean, the fact that he knows of us is, I don't know if that's comforting or not. I mean, I wanted answers. I mean, it sounds like he has answers, so.
Looking directly at Jurble. Did you even plan this out?
No. Is that what you want to hear? Gosh. Where's my tea?
Just then Shaw will come over with some more tea as well as a plate of bacon. Here you go.
Thank you. I'll give her 3 gold.
Wait. I want 3 slices of bacon. And she'll like put her arms across the table and go to reach towards where Jurble is. All right, you can have the rest of it.
Oh, more of that.
And as Shaw turns, Knock kind of comes to the table and almost bumps right into her. And they kind of look at each other. Oh, sorry, Shaw. It's okay. And she'll go back to her bar
Hang in
area.
there.
Oh, thank you.
Get married.
Knock's still standing there. And you
Rude.
see him just blush, just turn several shades of red. Here, I figured you probably wouldn't have a map of the town. So here, and he'll kind of like almost sit on the table, but then like see like the plate of bacon and be like, oh, you want me to take this?
I'll take the map.
Okay.
More of that.
Do you need a map? Do you need a map as well? He asked the Kenku. Oh, okay. Sorry. If you need anything, he'll just kind of like go back over to the desk and kind of look over his shoulder at the Kenku, like.
Initiate your wedding.
I'll give the map a quick look and hand it over to Ren.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a small town map. You'll see the buildings. It is made specifically for the festival, so it tells you exactly where the different things are located that's happening in town. Also gives out a schedule of like when the events are happening throughout the day. Things are happening from probably like 10 a.m. up to nightfall, which is when they light up candles around town. And it's a trail of candles leading up to the forest and to the memorial, it says.
So have we decided? Are we going to enjoy the festival and then head out?
Field of sunflowers.
So,
You also see the hot springs on the map too.
so are you going to stay here at least a day, or just are we going? I mean, I'm fine with whatever.
Sunflowers.
I mean, I'm going to the sunflowers regardless.
Do you dream in sunflowers? I'm just curious.
They were Addie's favorite flower.
Well, I know that. Just I can't with him in the back. I'm sorry.
I could go either way, whether we stay or go. But I feel like we haven't really had a day of fun. But
And also, this does seem like the one place we haven't been in a while that doesn't have some weird, creepy cult around. I'll look around.
Fingers crossed.
that we know of.
Fingers crossed.
All right.
So
I think, yeah, let's walk around at least. A normal day for once.
I mean, we don't have to worry about Ingot anymore, right? I mean,
for
she
now,
wasn't exactly mad at us. I mean, she was, but she was mad at Caszeel.
that's true.
So I mean, I don't like Steph. I don't like your face right there.
Yeah, I definitely don't like that.
We're all gonna get stabbed right now.
Yeah.
So you guys are
Cult.
Zephyr like tears off a mask and it's Ingot. Oh no!
so you guys are finishing up breakfast and heading outside.
I could go either way.
I'll look at the. I was gonna say menu, but that was the Zoom chat. I'm gonna look at the map, and I'll look to see what the kind of time wise, what's the next big event that's happening that we might care about.
You have things throughout the day. I mean, mostly it's just like here, axe throwing contest, blah blah blah. You do have axe throwing contests. Will be starting at 10. There's one of the contests that starts at 10 a.m. Which is for adults. The chainsaw animal, the chainsaw cutting contest is.
Whoa! Time out.
They have chainsaws, and why don't we have that as a weapon?
Yes.
Chainsaw
Can
animals.
Jurble wield
Yeah.
a chainsaw?
Sure, why not?
Next level.
Is it a
Why
ranged
not?
weapon or a melee?
So there
That's the throne property.
a chainsaw contest that
Juggling chainsaw.
Happening at 10:30. You also have throughout the day, it doesn't have a schedule for it, but at the hot springs you have a frozen hair contest.
Ooh.
Wait,
And
what?
then
What?
there's a dog howling contest at 12 p.m.
It's a frozen hair con.
I circle that one
Mhm.
with not a pen that I have.
Yeah.
It's not what you think.
So I'm reading all these out loud to people as I'm saying.
And
Do
the
any of these?
fist fight in the woods, the first one starts at 2 p.m.
What kind of party games are these?
Well,
This is a awesome festivities. I'll read these off and say, are any of these? Do any of these intrigue any of you?
What's a frozen
I'm-
hair
I'm-
contest?
While I would not like to attend, I am curious about the historical significance of a fist fight in the woods.
It's true.
Dig is very interested in the axe throwing contest.
I'd be interested to see how well Mags can hold up against the wolves here.
I think you have a good shot.
All right.
I am going to stay here for the morning, but I will meet you at the howling contest.
Jurble, you want to do the frozen hair contest? It would kind of be your whole body, but we can see what happens.
I don't know what that is.
One way to find out, buddy.
You do have not in your shot to answer any questions that you might have.
Not would Jurble do amazing at the frozen hair contest? Are you right here at the table? Did I just
he kind of
I'm Jurble.
leans into the room. It absolutely he would.
What's the frozen hair contest?
The hot springs. It happens at the hot springs. So it's so cold outside, and the hot springs are so that you go underwater, and when you come back up, your hair instantly freezes.
Oh,
I think this
You
has to
have
happen.
do that one. You have to.
Let's hope this works.
It's really great. It's really great.
And what time is that one?
They don't have. This is not. They don't have times for those specific. But
okay.
so it'll be happening throughout the day. It's whenever it's cold enough outside. So probably either early morning or probably like later in the afternoon, early evening.
All right. Ooh, Tegan, we should go throw some axes or something, and then I want to do the fist fight one too.
We should also probably find some cloaks or something because we are not dressed for the weather. I think, right? We don't have clothes for this, right?
No, absolutely not. You guys are not dressed for
We're
cold
just
weather.
like, oh yeah, we'll totally
Did you
do
even
this
plan this
stuff
out?
and, like, freeze. End up with hypothermia.
Honest question, like, because of bugbear's fur, like, do I need a cloak?
No, you were probably the one feeling the less cold the night before.
Okay.
I mean, it was still chilly. It wasn't comfortable, but you weren't freezing either.
I'll ask him if there's a place we could get some cloaks, or if he has some spares we could borrow or rent.
No, I don't have any cloaks here, but there is a place downtown that sells them. So you could stop in there, and they're reasonable.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
We don't have, this isn't a tourist town, so they don't, I mean, you would know that it's a small enough town that like, they're not going to be like selling stuff to like tourists. It's just regular everyday prices.
Is that what you want to hear?
Yes, it is.
I think it's some non-branded clothes.
Are you going there now, Ren?
I mean, let's see. Look at we have some time. I'll probably head there if anybody wants to join me.
I'll join you.
I'll go if I'm doing this frozen hair thing or vajig, then I guess I'll need a cloak or something.
Zephyr, would you like to join us?
Oh, don't break the bird. Oh.
To you as well. He seems friendly, Jurble. Calm down.
Make some gold.
See? I'm pretty sure that means he likes you.
We literally don't have.
Well, see you guys. And I'm going to start leaving.
I follow.
I'll walk out with him, and I'll turn around and tell Kixrid and Tegan's. I'll try to see you at the axe throwing or the fist of cuff fighting thing, whatever. Sounds fun.
All right. So you all step outside. Again, in your clothing, that kind of cold, brisk air hits you pretty quickly. But as soon as you walk outside the doors, you hear, compared to the very quiet inside of the inn, outside you hear some string music, you hear some children laughing. As you look around, there are some like banners hung up that you didn't see the night before in like the dim lights from the moon. But there are some banners hanging up here and there. You see a good bit of it seems like that there's a good bit of like a half-orc population here, but there are also some other races. So you see like orcs children running around with their green skin, and you also see a few humans as well. There are a few carts kind of set up. There are like the main buildings. You see like one like marked post office. There's a tea coffee shop. You see the clothing store. Nothing is really new. The tea coffee shop does have Kitas on it. Kita or Kitas. There's also and you'll see kind of more bannered off areas that look a little bit more colorful than the rest, that look like that's where the festivities are taking place. And that's kind of leading up through the town, through this street where all the buildings are, into a wooded area that kind of does a little bit more of an incline. And as you're looking around, like, you can see that you are basically on a peninsula out in the ocean. You look to the left, you look to the right, there's just open air. You do see some a little bit of green, but mostly snow covered land across some water a bit. So it does seem like you're jutting out from like a bigger continent surface. But yeah, it's kind of it's a narrow land, a land mass. Yeah, so so let's start with Jurble. Where were you going?
I was gonna go with Red and Renarius to go get a cloak
All
or
right.
whatever.
Yeah, so you see the clothing store.
Road.
Do you think
He's there
Kenku?
too. Zephyr's there too.
And
Yeah,
and Zephyr's following.
Yeah, I invite them. So we'll just go in or
Okay.
walk as quick as we can.
As
So
you
we're
go
not
in,
freezing.
you see a female orc standing behind the counter. There are racks of clothing. You see some leather cloaks. You see some canvas cloaks. You see some leather cloaks lined with fur. Yeah, and you also see some warmer type pants and boots. Some are just leather. Some are lined with that fur inside for an extra layer of warmth. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah, I'm actually, I've never been up to a place this cold in my life. So, and as you can see, I'm kind of out of my element with my clothing. So what would you recommend for keeping me warm for the couple days I'm here?
Well, and she'll kind of step out from the counter. There's like another person, another patron orc as well, looking in the shop. She'll kind of nod and smile at them as she walks over to you. So you said you're staying for a couple of days, and she kind of looks you over, and looks kind of like at all of you. You all look, yeah, I'm assuming you came from a warmer climate.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, we can work with this.
And I can't speak for these gentlemen per se, but my budget's not the biggest.
Okay, well, that is workable for sure. Well, we can get you we can get you what are you just looking for, a cloak? Are you wanting a full outfit?
Well, that's what I'm new to this kind of climate, so would a cloak do it for me, or am I needing a full set of gear?
Well, we can get you a cloak. We can get you.
And I am small, so maybe if you have just child's clothing, it maybe would work great too.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think that we can do that. Let's see. I could get a leather cloak for you if you just want leather, or if you want. Do you want the clothing leather, or you want it lined with fur for that extra bit of warmth?
Sure, let's go for the extra bit of warmth, and I'll let you know if I can't do it.
Wonderful. With the extra lining of fur inside the leather, it would be 1 gold for a cloak.
What's the non-fur lined one?
It would be 70 silver.
I'll drop a gold in front of her. Get the fur lined.
Oh, thank you, Jurble.
Are you looking for something as well?
I'll just
sir?
take a regular leather cloak if you have them.
Okay, sure. Now you are it takes a little bit more fabric. So
Yes.
For the leather, it would be 1 gold for you as well.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll put another. I'll tell.
Thank you, Jurble.
I'll turn to Renarius is with us, right?
Do you need anything as well, sir?
I'll take a fur-lined cloak.
Okay, that is 1 gold.
I'll put down a
Um,
3rd gold too. Just for
Thank
Renarius.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jurble.
We also have, so we have boots, we have pants, we have kind of like leather jerkins to put over your clothing. We also have some gloves as well. If you're looking to buy any of that, that would be for a full outfit with, well, this would be the pants, kind of like a vest, and this is just this is with the fur lined, of course, and with the boots, it would be 2 gold pieces. So it'd be 2 gold pieces for the entire for the boots, the boots, the vest, and the pants, which can go over your regular pants. They are made a little bit bigger.
Who are you offering this to? Sorry, I got lost.
To any of you, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
You seemed unsure of what to buy, so I'm just giving you options.
I think the
I'm
cloak
just
is
paying.
all I need.
I'm just paying
Okay.
for your cloaks.
Okay.
Zephyr, not a charity.
Zephyr, do you need a cloak, or are you good?
Yes.
I mean, you were here before us, so maybe you knew what climate you were coming to. I think he's good.
Do you need a cloak as well?
I think he'll take a cloak because it doesn't say in his inventory that he has a cloak.
Wait.
So I will take the cloak.
Tegan's with us?
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't see you standing there. Okay, that'd be 1 gold for a fur-lined cloak.
Yes, please.
Jurble's fur is all like sticking up like a cat.
All right. Well, be sure to enjoy the festival. Is there anything else that you need? Basically, this is, I forgot to mention, this is kind of like a general store. I mean, they have clothing, but you also saw like a general sign outside as well. So,
Can I have the? And I'll pay for it. Can I have the vest and the boots and the pant thing that you were talking about?
oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Do you want a cloak with that as well, or just the vest, pants, and the boots?
How much would it be if I added a cloak to it?
I would do 2 gold and 50 silver.
All right. Here you go.
Okay, thank you.
I'll just pay for everything myself.
Or 2 gold and 5 silver. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This isn't dollars, Stephanie. Yeah. So you get the fur-lined cloak, the fur-lined boots, the fur-lined boots with the fur, the vest, and the pants. And it all, as I said, the pants are made a little bit larger. They have like a drawstring around the waist, so that way it will adjust to whatever size you are.
When I'm like putting them on over my pants, I'm just gonna do this in the middle of the store, by the way.
Okay.
And she's gonna like take the drawstrings and go. They're
Yeah.
so cool.
Oh, isn't it? Yes. It's a design I picked up from someone who was visiting here one time. Very
Looks great.
interesting. Oh, thank you. Are you sure you don't need anything? Okay. All right. Well, again, enjoy the festival. If you have any questions, just feel free to stop in. There's carts. You should definitely get some tea or coffee from Kita. It's just the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye. Yeah, you guys step out into the cold, and it's a little bit less cold. Definitely less cold for Pixarin, who is just feeling very comfortable. Just the best.
I'm so stylish.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet you all a little later.
Where are you
I need to study.
I was gonna put money on you for the axe throwing competition.
You're funny.
And the cloaks, and just to note, the cloaks and the clothing is very simply sewn together. Like there's no embellishments, there are no embroidery or anything like that, or anything fancy with the stitch work. It's well made, but not there's no extra stuff added in. All right, so Jurble, where are you off to now?
Sorry.
You drunk, Renee?
That's why it's
I don't know if you guys have ever shared a room with Darius, but he's a party animal. He was doing kickstands and everything. What's around is the.
Well, you have most of the town here around. You have, I would say that you see some people, you see one artist kind of on the sidewalk doing face paint, mostly for children. And you see little orcish children kind of running up to her and getting their face painted as like lions, and one kind of looks a little like it's like a big eyeball on the forehead, and you're wondering what that's about. And
Great, we did find a cult.
You also see a couple of the carts. You see the coffee and tea shop. I would say you see a couple of signs for like the dog howling and chainsaw. Also the fights that are happening and the axe throwing that's happening more towards the wooded area of the town, which is like through the town, and then you see it kind of go into like a wooded area where you see crowds kind of here and there going in and out of shops, but also going back into that wooded part of forested part of the town.
Shall we check out the party?
Yeah,
I can go either
Let's
way.
do it.
Right. You guys pass like a little string band to the side, playing like kind of in between the village where the buildings are and the forest. Yeah, as you go towards the forested area, you see it kind of like you see little kind of marked paths with little banners that kind of lead off to where they're doing the forking off to where they do like the howling, the fighting. You also see, as you're walking towards that forested area, you would see the path, kind of more of a main road than what's leading up into the forest, main road that has a sign for the hot springs. So who is wanting to do what first? As my cat wants out, I'm still listening.
Meow.
so do we want to do the axe throwing, the whatever the chainsaw competition was,
I'll try the axe throwing.
the fight in the woods? I mean,
So
The
what you're
hair
saying is
thing.
you want to go freeze your hair.
I mean, should we
Zephyr
should
will
we say that for
definitely-
last in case?
Well, I mean, it's colder.
Zephyr's
at the beginning
definitely
of the
gonna
day.
grab, like tug on Jurble's elbow and say, it point towards the hot springs. More of that.
See, she thinks it's a great idea, or he thinks it's a great idea.
But
What time is it right now?
It's probably like around 10:30 a.m. probably. As you guys are standing there discussing, you see a couple guys, a couple of orcish men pass you, kind of going towards the wooded, towards the forested area, and are kind of like rolling up their sleeves. I'll get him today. And rolling up their sleeves, kind of revealing these like muscles on their arms.
I'll make an about face and follow them.
Okay, all right.
I know we'll do the hair thing, but I want to see this. I'm gonna follow
Okay.
picture.
Okay.
I'll get him today.
All right. So you guys follow the so those of you, Tegan, do you follow as well?
Yes, I want to see the determined picture.
Okay.
on this
All
head.
right. So you guys all follow the the two orcish men as they kind of go up one of these like banner line paths, and it clears out to not a very large area, but like it's it's dirt, and they have it kind of this crude fighting ring of sorts, kind of chalked on the ground, in the middle, where all these like different orcish people, humans, as well as a couple other races kind of standing around, talking to each other, chatting, as they're the two orcshmen that you were following kind of talk to this other orc, and are continuing to kind of like stretch and move their arms around.
As I see this, I will take a couple of hop steps in front of Picturing, turn around and face her, and like put my hands up for her to warm up. Like hit my hands.
Oh God. Are you serious?
Well, you got to warm up now before you face them.
Is there an entrance fee, or do we just, if you want in, do you just, how does this work?
Start hitting people when we walk in? I don't know.
I don't know.
Suddenly, a teen orc boy kind of approaches you. Hey, so you looking to sign up for the fights? Okay, you?
I will.
What all does it entail?
Where's
Oh.
the bets?
Like, is it just unarmed fisticuffs?
Bets are up to you. I mean, we don't really do officiated bets or anything, but we have we have a list here, and he shows you this list of different fighters. There's about 2 different pairs, going from the time that it is now, from 10:30. So you have 1 pair that's already signed up. There's and then right after this, there's no one signed up. But then the time after that, and each session is kind of blocked out in like 20-minute increments.
Is it like 2v2 or 1v1?
No, it's one-on-one.
Okay.
And so you just fight until one person is knocked to the ground for a count of 5, or it's 5 for a count of 5, and then whoever is not on the ground after 5 counts is the winner. And we have this going throughout the day, and at the end of the day, at 5 p.m. is when the last match happens, and the 2 winners from the day go up against each other and punch each other, and same thing. And then the winner gets 500 gold.
Wow.
Where's the bets?
Sure. I mean, it's been a while since I've done an actual fight, but I mean,
Should I write you
why
down?
not?
What's your name? Do you want to go next after these 2 fine gentlemen?
I'll look at picture
Yeah,
of
that
it.
is such a
I don't
weird
wanna-
look on.
I'll look at picture and be like, I mean, do you want to go first? I mean, I don't want to. Are you
Do
doing?
want
Do
to
you want?
mess up your hair?
No, the fight. I thought, weren't you wanting to? Fight?
Oh yeah. I'll go first. Yeah. She's like rubbing her eye.
Okay.
Not a
All right.
problem,
So
I'll go after. I'll sign up.
So
Jurble
what's your
signs
name?
up
Are
here.
you wanting to fight each other? You can fight each other. There's no one signed up for the next round. I mean, we might get someone here. And
That seems unfair to me.
another.
I've seen her fight, and we'll save that for.
Zephyr will walk up behind Picture. Where's the bets?
Oh,
Jurble.
You see a female orc kind of step up with like this long black hair and a ponytail, dressed in reds, blues, and black, and she kind of cracks her knuckles. All right, ready to sign up? Are we? Are you guys signing up first? Can I? I'll
Not for
wait
you.
Oh, okay.
I'll give a nod to Picturing.
Motherfucker. She's got dagger eyes.
Gordy, Zelthura, you know the name. Put it down. Thank you. She kind of looks down at you. Well, I mean, except for Jurble. She's standing about 7 feet. So you guys fighting?
I mean,
It's gonna be good.
Where's the bats?
yeah, I'm. Yes, I'm fighting. Yes.
Oh, hey, Gordy, put him with me. And she kind of gives you a
Jurble.
wink, Jurble, and kind of steps aside.
Somebody likes you.
I'm gonna take Addie from my side and hand her to Pixar and be like, "You better keep her safe, or I'll kill you." and then I'll walk away. So you were holding.
Are you gonna eat that?
Oh my gosh! But I imagine I'll also like take like my pickaxe and I imagine no weapons, right?
Oh,
Or
no.
was there weapons? Okay.
No weapons. No weapons.
Okay.
It's just these. Just
Yeah,
these,
I
Gordy
just-
says.
I just had a flash of like
So,
Jurble going
I
in there
have-
with nothing, and people pull out battle axes. It's just like
So I have you written down. Miss, what are you going to fight as well? I'm sure we can find we got
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, we have Jorg over there. Points to an orc.
Well,
Are you going to fight someone else? Do you have a name in mind?
Zephyr's a name.
oh no.
Oh, okay. Zephyr and Pixrin. Okay, all right. Anyone else? And he looks to Tegan and Ren.
Tegan will pass.
No.
Okay, all right. Jurble, you would be up next with Zell. And he points back over to the female orc who was over there, kind of like punching the air. Yeah. And so you guys kind of gather around and see the 2 workmen that you followed up here get in the ring.
There's not going to be a map or anything, right? Since I don't have fantasy grounds up.
No map.
Okay.
No theater
Mind
of the mind,
palace.
my friend. One orc steps in and is like, okay, ready, set, fight. And he kind of steps away, and the 2 kind of bounce around each other, kind of going forward and going back, and psyching each other out. And then one lays a fist in the air, which misses. The other one dodges. And the same with the other orc. They go back and forth a couple of times, missing each other. God, do I need another D20? Until one lands a hit. And this goes on for a few minutes where they're just whiffing, and you can kind of tell they're doing it in a very jovial manner where they obviously came up here together and they're friends. So it's not like that they're going after each other with any real fire. They're kind of laughing, and if one lands a hit, the other one kind of laughs, is like, got me then. And finally, after about 10 minutes, after them just kind of goofing around, and there were some people just kind of tapping their foot and just you could tell that they were just exasperated and that they knew these 2 orcs, and just oh my gosh. Finally, one knocks the other one to the ground, and the match is over. The other one's like, yeah, told you I would beat you. And then helps him up himself. Yeah. And as he passes the group of you. He like winks in your general direction as he passes, and they just kind of like step away. And Gordy's there like at his clipboard, like circling a name. Okay, come back at 5 p.m. Okay, all right. Jurble, you're next. So step into the ring. No weapons, and if you're seen using a weapon, you will be disqualified and possibly hurt. So please. All right, Zal, and Zell's kind of turns from talking to another orc. Oh, right. Talk to you later. And goes over into the ring and steps in, eyeing you up and down, Jurble. Ah, you're a tall one.
Thanks.
Ah, quiet. I gotcha. All right. Have you done this before?
Not in a long time.
In a long time.
I'll like kind of like rotate my shoulder in case nobody's like noticed. Now it's like he has a scar right here that kind of catches on his shoulder.
She's going to put out her hand for you to shake, Jurble.
I'll reach out and shake it.
And
oh no.
She pulls you closer.
Ooh.
And kind of near your ear. You'll do fine. And then pulls away. All right.
Before they start, Zephyr wants to turn to like the closest observer that isn't in the party and say, I could go either way. Where's the bets? Take some gold.
Right. Yeah. Okay. A orc child kind of turns to you, Zephyr. Oh, you want to bet? We can. I got, and he pulls into his pocket. I got a couple of silver here. I could bet this. I think Sel's gonna win. She's really strong, and I think that she's, yeah.
Zephyr will pull out 2 silver and offer a shake.
He will shake your hand, and and kind of like look at it like after he shakes, just kind of like because I'm sure it feels weird to him. I'm sure he's never shaken a a Kenku's hand before.
It's actually just one big finger claw underneath the feathers.
All right. Here, we'll put them on the ground. So I'll put them like right at his feet. Put your silver there too. And anyone else want to bet? Wait,
there's the bets.
One and large orc hand comes in and just kind of drops a couple of silver onto the ground too. And another orc does as well, and he drops a gold. That's a gold and 6 silver right now. Remember that.
Which pile are they? I'm assuming that we each represent, and the piles in front of us represent who's betting for who to win.
Okay, so you were doing yours for Jurble.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was doing his for, okay, so there's 2 separate piles. Okay, so the gold goes into his pile for Zell. The 2 silver goes into Jurble's pile. So that's 4 silver. And then 2 silver, 1 gold for Zell.
Deegan will match the gold for Jurble. So there's putting a gold in for Jurble.
So you're matching the silver. So there's 4 silver. So you're going up to 8 silver. So you're putting 4 silver in.
No, the gold that he put on Zell, I'm going to match the gold.
He didn't put a gold. He put 2 silver.
Oh, okay. So I'll match the 2 silver. Yeah.
Okay. So that's okay. So that's 6 silver for Jurble. All right.
Hope this works.
Oh, well. The bet started, so now we're enemies, the kid says.
No touchy.
So don't talk to me.
Another one
gonna
added to
win.
the list of the Forsaken that's going to come hunt us down at the end of the game.
And so, you see Zell across from you, just like 5 feet from you, 6 feet from you, just kind of cracking your knuckles. The other orc steps in. Okay. Ready, set, fight, and steps away.
Oh gosh.
Roll a
Initiative?
roll a d20 for me, Jurble. I'm going to do this completely off the cuff. This might not be how you're supposed to do this, but this is how I'm doing it.
10.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
She rolled a 13. So her fist is coming towards you.
It's 8.
Okay.
I would try to stay 10
Oh.
feet away.
Child. All right. So she does land the punch, but it doesn't land like in your face. It lands like on your shoulder.
No touchy.
Oh,
Hit her in
And
the chest.
As she lands the punch, she kind of can feel like the mass, behind it. So she's like, "Oh,
okay. I'll kind of like
Rude.
jump, boxer, like kind of jump back,
oh," and
bit,
she'll like
so I can-
mimic your.
and I'm trying to like create space because my unarmed attack has a 10-foot range, so I'm trying to get 10 feet away from her and then swing at her.
Oh, gotcha. Roll another d20 for me, please.
Oh man.
16.
All right, so you are able to go for this punch. So she's going to roll roll a strength check for me, or an unarmed strike, whatever you want to do.
15.
Okay, you land in her shoulder as well, pretty hard, and so she kind of like staggers back a bit. all right, okay. Roll another d20 for me.
More of that.
Natural 20.
Wow, so you're able to make another whatever you did before. Do it again because you
22.
okay. You land right in her you land it right into her jaw. And she definitely kind of like and you can see like some blood drip from her mouth. But she just kind of wipes it away, and let me see how. Okay, she is
that Wii Sports practice.
yeah, she seems all right, so roll another d20 for me. Wow, God, she's just this.
10.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
DM's getting competitive.
No.
Okay, so roll again because you could hit her. She fails her defensive. Okay.
Natural 20.
Are
Oh,
you
wow.
gonna eat that?
Yeah, you punch her in the jaw again, and okay, she's doing pretty rough. She's you see another kind of like as you punch her in the jaw, you see that kind of blood kind of go off to the side. Almost falls to the ground. Catches herself kind of like in a kneeling position, and you see like one orc kind of bend down to kind of like check on her, and she kind of waves him away and gets back up to her feet. So roll another d20 for me, please.
8.
Okay. All right, so make a dexterity saving throw, please.
10.
Okay, she hits you again, but it's not. It's kind of in your other shoulder. You put up a good fight. You're doing good.
Me, I'm sensitive.
She kind of looks back at you, Zephyr.
Jurble looks too.
Oh,
I'm not with him.
yeah,
I'm not with him.
I wouldn't claim him either. All right, make another roll another d20 for me.
Uh, 11.
Okay. Roll again because you could hit her.
18.
Okay. You hit her another time in the jaw. She goes down to the floor. And stays down. You know, the referee of sorts steps in, goes down to her, counts 5, 4, 3, 2, and then points to you, Jurble. We have a winner.
Make some gold.
Oh, shoot. I thought for sure Zell, you need to practice more. You can see her even like laying flat down on the floor. She's like waves the kid off. And yeah.
Rude.
I'll go up to Zell, kind of like rubbing the shoulder where my scar
She starts to
is.
slowly push herself up.
I'll reach out my other hand to help pull her up.
Okay. She comes up to her feet with your help, Jurble, and as she's coming up towards you, she gives you a quick peck on the cheek.
Ooh.
Good fight. And she winks at you.
Thank you.
And turns to a couple of other orcs who are just kind of like, oh, okay. And she kind of like scruffs the kid's head, the orc kid's head. The orc kid kind of like slides the 2 silver and the 1 gold over to you, Zephyr.
I'll go over to Pixrin and like
all of that,
and I'll take back Addie, but I won't like. I'm like averting my eyes from Addie as if like just hook her back to my belt.
Zephyr will pat you on the back. Looks great.
Right.
In there.
Jurble is extremely frazzled from that kiss.
As you're standing there, an orc man comes up to you, Jurble, and gives you a piece of paper that has
You just punched my wife.
And then you kissed her.
Flirting out there.
And to pay the piper. Pay the piper,
gosh.
Jurble. The Jurble letters.
Today.
He just hands you the piece of paper and gives you a weird smirk and just kind of leaves. Do you look at the paper?
Yes.
On the paper, it says room 102 and signed Zell.
Oh, to fly.
And that's where we're in tonight's session.
Yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Jurble's getting it.
All right.
As
So
he carries his severed
yeah.
lover's head
Yeah.
wherever he goes.
So thanks everyone. Thank you, chat. Thank you, players. It was a fun night. I'm glad that we were able to get Zephyr in there and you guys didn't go chasing after Caszeel for the entire session, which I was
Or
like,
we didn't like just straight up leave,
oh
go back
God.
go back to Relesk immediately.
Yeah. I was already trying to think in my head, like, how am I going to put Zephyr somewhere?
Just put me in there.
Yeah, I'll just like throw you in somewhere. All right, yeah, and again, thank you so much for those in chat. We appreciate y'all for hanging out and for watching. You've been watching Forsaken, which is Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have great D&D content here in Mad Bird streams on Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays. And this coming Saturday is a new campaign that's starting at 10 p.m. and also on Sundays. So that's 5 nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have D&D. Also, on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we have more D&D with a campaign that Andrew DMs called Tower of Dreams. I'm in that. Frank's in that. Melissa's in that. Melissa's in it. And also on Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, we have
Blood
Mad Art with
Contract.
Steph, where I do some fan art that y'all can vote on the Discord channel. So if you're not a part of that, please join. And usually weekly, the past couple weeks I've been working on stuff, but this week we should have a new poll going. So, and that way you can vote on stuff that you want to see in fan art form. Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a Mad Bird Plays, which Victoria hosts, where a bunch of us players from the different campaigns and also community members play some board games together in Tabletop Simulator or play some Jackbox together. And again, just a little hype, we do have a new campaign starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time this Saturday called In Extremis that Dan is DMing. That's basically like ships in the sky, floating cities, but different than what we have here on Forsaken. It should be very interesting. So, all right. We are, let's see here. I think that we're rating someone. I think maybe the role players is who we're rating. Let's see here. I'm not sure. Do I have this brought up? Ace, I think so. Maybe. I'm checking with my streamer. Oh, okay. Let me go and try to raid the role players. Oh, wait a minute. Am I not spelling that right?
Hey everyone, it's Donnie from Frickball.
Oh, thank you. All right, so we're heading over to the role players. So stay tuned, give them some love, hit up their chat, and we'll see you guys another time this week when we have other stuff going on. All right, bye guys.
Peace out.
Hi.